mental health patients being arrested. Leave them the fuck alone and keep them off the silly pills. I'm sharing this with you because this is what Vermont does to my daughter.
So 60% of the individuals
Vermont's trying to get my daughter. To claim that she's incompetent. This is what Vermont's doing.
She says this new initiative is cheaper and also more effective. Our system isn't working, either for those with mental illness or for public safety.
See that? Cops shouldn't be harassing mental health patients anyways. And who to say anybody's mental? That's a government label. I'm glad I just walked in and caught that on the news because I had just been on the phone with my daughter and the phone died. It's hot out here and so the battery dies quick, gets overheated. Anyhow, I want to make it known. That was just a segment on mental health and being violated by police when they arrest you, okay? Which would be like for being homeless, and then they want you to try to convince the judge that you're incompetent to stand trial. And that's what Laura Wilson, excuse me. I'm getting names mixed up lately. Maybe the heat's affecting me too, or maybe it's a Lyme disease. I don't know. But either way, I'm going to let you know. Laura Wilson was a court-appointed attorney. Now, let me tell you, court-appointed attorneys in the state of Vermont are overseen by the Attorney General. The Attorney General is the one that is ordering my daughter to be held on all these frivolous charges, be convicted, be deemed involuntarily held in a medical psych ward, all kinds of shit that he's done to her. Taking my grandson from her, all kinds of stuff. All these fucking charges. Mind you, they've got all these different diagnoses on her. And they want her to take another psych eval to show her competency. For what? For telling the truth? This is why I make it very clear to you people that it's time to stand up for yourselves. And legal aid isn't there for you, okay? They're there to suffice the law, giving you the right to representation. Adequate representation is not what you're receiving when you're in Vermont and you go to legal aid or ask for a court-appointed defender. Because what do you receive? You get a senator named Joe Benning, or you get a drunk named Sten Liam, or you get a frivolous Catherine Piper. They're all conflict of interest. Joe Benning is a senator. He shouldn't be an attorney representing when he's friends with the politicians that have these charges against you. That's a conflict of clients' rights. It's a violation of many of your federal rights, leading to you being violated in so many ways you don't even know it. Stop, people. Stop depending on the state to give you a fair hearing or trial when the role players know each other. They either went to school together, they know each other from having lunch together, being in the courtroom together, they've been married together, they've been in bed together, they grew up together, went to school together, on and on and on and on. The fact is, there's always a conflict of interest. With that being said, Even a paid attorney is a conflict of interest because they always owe a favor. So, noting that, I just walked in on that segment on the news, and I thought I was done for the day, but I'm not, because that just hit a nerve and triggered my memory. You see, I have proof in much of it. It started with, of course, we're going to go through this again, Jeff Hare abusing my daughter after being lured by his wife from Brighton Elementary School. She was sexually assaulted and physically assaulted. She ran away. And then I was forced to continue to fight to see them. And then all of a sudden this happened. She went missing after she had put on an involuntary hold. And this is what they do when they put them in psych wards. They make them try to forget things by over-medicating them, forcing drugs onto them that they wouldn't otherwise take. Now my daughter is suffering from seizures on a regular basis that she wasn't having because she was over-medicated and drugged because of this person right here deciding that it was okay and cool to abuse my daughter. And then you hear about Michael S. Knox, the principal that finally got caught up in a rape case, okay? But because my daughter was locked up in a psych ward, she had to try to remember what was going on in her life. So she wrote her information, memory purposes, because they tried to silence her, okay? And then you've got, it leads back to, look at this name right here. Tell me again, I don't have the case, Judith O'Connor. All your lies are right here. Okay? This right here tells you my daughter is medically ill. Okay? She needs medical socks, and they weren't providing them to her. Alright? So there's her talking in code of what she needs, and they weren't providing for her. So that all leads to all this paperwork, right? Court filings. And so there is no reason for law enforcement to be messing with people that they have already abused and turned into mental health patients, and then trying to continuously abuse them is a violation of all of their rights. So stand up, do something about it. If you don't know what to do, contact me, houseforjustice@gmail.com. Have a great day.